Are you ready for the truth? If not, skip. Who was Jeffrey Epstein? I show you some pictures. Andrew Jackson. I asked my Arcturian family, is this theory true that Jeffrey Epstein was the reincarnation of Andrew Jackson? And the Arcturians said, yes, it was him. Andrew Jackson was the 7th president of the United States of America. And you see it is exact the same energy, it is exact the same frequency. These entities reincarnated over and over and over again on Earth. And because they knew it's their reincarnation again, they became super rich. Yes, because if you dive deeper into the secret space program, you will see that the Earth was a so-called prison planet. I say it was, because we're freeing ourselves from that prison. The ancients prophesied it was coming. The ancients over and over talked about the star people. Who were the star people? Extraterrestrials. And Jeffrey Epstein, aka Andrew Jackson, is an incarnated draconian soul. There's so much evidence online about Virginia. She was a survivor, but see what happened to Virginia last year. It is awful. Virginia was a witness of these horrible rituals. There are some survivors reporting and say they saw Jeffrey shape-shifting. I know many starseeds watching my page. Maybe you saw it already in your environment. Maybe you saw it by some citizens, saw them shape-shifting, and you were wondering, are you crazy? What was that? Their eyes did change. You saw their real form, because these entities know who you are. They have a physical body as you have now. Exact the same, you can say these are starseeds as well. That is why they have this cosmic spark. Look at Jeffrey's eyes. Do you see that cosmic spark in his eyes? But you see the energy is so evil. It is full of hatred because these are negative orientated starseeds. Yes, these are extraterrestrials as you are, but they have different intentions. They are highly destructive, and I received the download, this soul will not reincarnate again. I received the download, negative souls, as the Draconians, as the reptilians, they cannot reincarnate on Earth any longer. The gates are closed for them because they did so much evil here on Earth. They did so much evil in the solar system. They were harvesting our energy. That's why they did these horrible rituals. They feed on suffering. They feed on when children suffer, because they see children as very innocent and pure. The same to Didi. Didi is very possessed. I received a message, and yes, P. Diddy is an incarnated reptilian from the Orion constellation. And I know it's so confusing because they look so good. Many look very gorgeous, beautiful. But when you look into their eyes, you see the auric field is very dark. The dark side was teaching us stay blinded. Just look at the way they dress, the way they look, the body they have, the teeth they have. Oh, they look so gorgeous. They look like gods and goddesses. Yes, but look at the auric field. See the blueprint, see their energy, see their actions, see the true intentions. And all these rituals go back to the 4D lower astral plane because they were feeding on their suffering, not just here in the 3rd dimension. Because when they practice these very dark rituals, they're feeding the entities in the 4D lower astral plane. In the Quran, known as the jinns. So they are very well known. This is not just hocus pocus. This is not just conspiracy theory. They know that. That's why they do these rituals for their purpose. That's why they're using the cosmic energies for themselves, but against the people. And all the time when children or innocent people suffer, they feed on their energy. It's lush energy. It's adrenaline for them. We can hardly understand, but also it has something to do with Area 50. Not allowed speaking out the name. I tried to publish a video on YouTube about Area, but they simply cancelled. I couldn't publish that video because Jeffrey had connections to Area. And you know, there is so much happening there. It was a station by the dark forces as well. And Antarctica is another thing. Why is this happening now? I asked the Arcturians, is this only distraction now? I mean, you see, nothing happens to them. Are they going to jail now? Most of them no. Why don't they go to jail? You know, because the entire system was built on the negative force. It was highly psychopathic, fake light. This was the system here. Why do you think so many starseeds are still under extreme attack? So the more your channel grows, the more these entities attack you. And now we deal with the fallen Anunnaki force. These are the good news. So the Draconians already stepped aside because they know they cannot reincarnate on Earth any longer. But the Anunnaki still do. Why the Anunnaki? Because they know what's going on. They know the divine order to the smallest bottom. And there are some, yes, they have lighter intentions now, but there are some, they still are super destructive and they see the Earth is theirs. And they try to take over many, many planets. Why do you think 3I Atlas is now in our solar system? So this is not conspiracy theory. Watch Jupiter Ascending. Jupiter Ascending is a Hollywood movie, I know, but it's truly a masterpiece because they show us the truth. It's the truth in plain sight. You're going to see the grays, the negative Draconians and the negative Anunnaki royal family in this movie. They are on the top of the pyramid. It's the Anunnaki. It's not the Draconians. And there are some groups that are so destructive. They still hold on their idea the Earth is theirs. One thing is sure, the old empire is falling. And that is why it's happening. And I asked the Arcturians, is the whole thing with Jeffrey only distraction? And I received half-half. At one hand, it's important for us to see. It's important for humanity to see what many VIPs do. I cannot speak for all of them, but many of them, I'm so sorry, they are MK Ultra victims or they work for the dark side. I'm so sorry. Even when they have good hearts and good intentions, but there are so many slaves, MK Ultra victims that don't know how to get out of there. Look at Ariana Grande and her statements. She's not lying when she said they wipe out my Showtime memory. She cannot remember.
They did the Brighter Days memory erasure treatment to me, so I'm having trouble remembering the details. They're foggy because at the Brighter Days clinic they do the memory erasure, you know?
If you could remember, struggle, tell me, give me a date. Give me a date.
You know what? I'll have to go back to the clinic and see if they can restore